Hello and welcome to Geeks Philosophy. Today I want to share with you top 5 episode 9 theories. Let's jump right into it. Theory number 1. Palpatine's essence is trapped inside the Death Star. After we saw the trailer, it was obvious that Palpatine was to come back. His iconic laughter and news of casting Ian McDiarmid leave no place for doubt. But how can seemingly dead Emperor return? Fans already have some theories. In order to explain this one, I have to tell you about Kyber crystals. Kyber crystals are very important in Star Wars. They power lightsabers and also the Death Star's super laser. They also possess special attunement to the Force and have some form of consciousness. In canon, Dark Lords of the Sith can corrupt the crystals, so Palpatine could corrupt the crystals inside the Death Star. Usually, corrupted crystals look red, but those inside the Death Star look green. What if this was a different kind of corruption? What if this kind of corruption allows a Dark Lord of the Sith to contain his essence inside the crystals? But how is that connected to the plot of the episode 9? One Reddit user had a theory. Maybe Rey will need the Kyber in order to reform the Jedi Order, or even create her own order of Force sensitives. And it's immensely rare, and someone tells her that they were used in the Death Star. So the heroes go on a journey to recover the crystals from the debris of the Death Star. And here Rey encounters Palpatine, and there are many possibilities from there. Palpatine can possess Rey, corrupt her, Rey could even escape. I hope they will not go for an easy win scenario for Rey. But how will Palpatine look? Like a Force ghost or something else? I think that there are many possibilities. He could possess someone, or be a dark side version of Force Ghost, or even return to his corporeal state through the Force. Which is not so crazy if you consider that the Force has very prominent impact on the material world. So Palpatine can make the Force construct his body from molecules. Theory number 2. Vader vs. Anakin. As the title, The Rise of Skywalker, suggests, Episode 9 is a part of the Skywalker saga. Although it is not very likely, we can expect that Anakin will return. And not just return, but return and fight his alter ego. There could be some split in the Force between Anakin and Vader. Vader's mask from The Force Awakens might be a hint. Some part of the Dark Lord remains. But what about the split? In the expanded universe, it's not something new. Revan, Dark Lord of the Sith and a great Jedi, was split between the dark and the light. His light side became one with the Force, and it returned as a Force ghost, but his dark side remained in his body. What if something like that happens to Anakin? His two parts can play a variety of roles in the upcoming movie. His two parts can directly or indirectly help some of the characters. They can give some advice, or they can appear as some kind of Easter eggs without playing any major role. Number 3. World between worlds. This theory revolves around the concept introduced in Rebels. World between worlds is the plane where different points of space-time are connected, so it could provide characters with means of traveling through space and time. This could mean a retcon, changing the backstories of some characters like Kylo Ren. It could be used for anything. Maybe it will be used as a plot device to explain who are Rey's parents. Maybe it will show us something about the Knights of Ren. Maybe it will tell more about Luke. As I said before, there are a lot of possibilities here, so they can pull off anything from the smallest to the biggest changes. Number 4. Superweapons. It's no secret that Star Wars universe contains a great amount of superweapons, so the appearance of another superweapon in Episode 9 is a distinct possibility. In this video, I will discuss only 2 kinds of superweapons. The first kind is represented by the Starforge. This kind of superweapon is a super factory. It mass produces battle-ready starships. Another kind is represented by Center Point Station. It can move entire planets, and interesting thing, it requires a Force user to control it. So Kylo and Rey can become contenders for this kind of weapon. The main question of the movie, at least plot-wise, may be who gets to the weapon first. Number 5. The third party. So the point of this theory is that some third party joins the fight. Some think that it will be Infinite Empire of the Rakata, or something similar. like the Grisk were in canon kind of an adaptation of Yu Zhang Wang from Legends, some new anime resembling the Rakata can emerge. We also shouldn't forget that the Rakata are now canon, and maybe there is no need for special adaptation. What is the difference between the Rakata and the Yu Zhang Wang? The Rakata used the dark side of the Force in their conquest, whereas the Yu Zhang Wang couldn't use the Force. Another difference, the Rakata were technologically advanced, when the Yu Zhang Wang despised mechanical technology and preferred biomechanical advancements. There is also a possibility that the third party could resemble the Eternal Empire from Star Wars: The Old Republic. It was founded by Vitiate, a Sith Lord who fled the known galaxy and sought to reshape the world. Could Palpatine do the same thing? I think he could. It is a fascinating possibility. As this video is coming to an end, I want to make an announcement. If this video receives some attention, I will start making the whole series of videos which cover different fan theories on a weekly basis. If you think that I should cover something specific, share your thoughts in the comments.